Simple. That's how I would describe the Tonor TC-777 microphone. There are no buttons, no dials. In its purest form, this is a plug-and-play USB microphone. You can adjust the angle of the microphone and the pop filter, but that's about it. Before we continue, I want to state that this is a paid review. Tonor is paying me to produce this video review, but they have zero influence on its content. I am totally free to say whatever I want. The idea of unbiased and objective professional reviews is something I believe strongly in. I think the second you cannot trust the words coming out of a reviewer's mouth, they're useless. So with that out of the way, let's get back to the mic. As I said before, there's little to adjust on the TC-777. Not even the cable is replaceable, which is something you might want to keep in mind because it only measures about 57 inches long. This was not a problem for me personally because my computer is right next to my desk, but for other setups I could see this potentially posing an issue. Then again, there are always USB extension cables. I do wish that the pop filter was completely removable because it adds quite a bit to its size, but I don't see that being a deal breaker for many. The top part actually does screw off, but then you're still left with the arm. The mini tripod stand it comes in is rather short, offering only about 3 inches of height. You can, however, add about another inch by angling it. Since this is a microphone, most people are probably curious as to how good the sound quality is for just $40. Before I compare it to my favorite budget mic, the FiFine T669, I do want to mention that all the audio up until this point has been recorded on the Tonor TC-777, so you should have ample sound tests to see if you like its signature. At the time of this review, the Tonor TC-777 can be had for just $38, while the FiFine T669 will set you back almost double that at $74. It might seem silly to compare two microphones when one costs half as much as the other, but you have to keep in mind with the TC669, you're getting a lot of extras, and those extras are built into its price. So when it comes to just strictly sound quality, I see the T669 as more of a $50 to $55 microphone. For this sound test, both microphones were about 12 to 14 inches away from my mouth, and they had their volumes both set to 100 in Windows. The volume knob on the T669 was also at about 45%. The next suitable person you're in light conversation with, you stop suddenly in the middle of the conversation and look at the person closely and say, "What's wrong?" The next suitable person you're in light conversation with, you stop suddenly in the middle of the conversation and look at the person closely and say, "What's wrong?" You say it in a concerned way. He'll say, "What do you mean?" You say, "Something's wrong. I can tell. What is it?" You say it in a concerned way. He'll say, "What do you mean?" You say, "Something's wrong. I can tell. What is it?" And he'll look stunned and say, "How did you know?" And he'll look stunned and say, "How did you know?" He doesn't realize something's always wrong, with everybody, often more than one thing. He doesn't realize something's always wrong, with everybody, often more than one thing. He doesn't know everybody's always going around all the time with something wrong and believing they're exerting great willpower and control to keep other people for whom they think nothing's ever wrong from seeing it. He doesn't know everybody's always going around all the time with something wrong and believing they're exerting great willpower and control to keep other people for whom they think nothing's ever wrong from seeing it. Before I give my opinion, I'm always curious to hear what other people think. Was there a clear winner here? Could you even tell a significant difference between the two? This one was really close. No major differences immediately stuck out to me. But after listening to the sound comparison myself about 5 times with headphones, I think overall the FiFine has a slightly colder sounding signature, while the Tonor is a bit warmer, with possibly greater emphasis on the mids as well. To my ear, the Tonor also sounds a tad hollow in comparison, and maybe a bit less detailed as well. But as I said before, this one was really close, and I think that's a good sign for the Tonor mic. When sound quality is this close, I think you need to look at other aspects of each package. For instance, if you just want a microphone for YouTube voiceovers or something like that, the Tonor should suit you nicely. However, if you're looking for a microphone for streaming, you'll probably want one with a boom arm and volume or gain knob. That way you can position it away from your keyboard and keep background noises to a minimum. It really just depends what you're looking for. Anyway guys, that's going to do it for this video. As always, I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below and I'll do my best to get back to you. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.